third. Please, dear God, start working now. We're on board with Kings, currently the RPL Championship leader and Tier 1 leader as well. Although after Singapore I'm not too sure, maybe haters might have closed that gap. But stream looks to be working. Yeah. Let's hope my Wi-Fi doesn't randomly drop out again, and apologies for all the technical difficulties so far. I do not know. On my network test says it's fine. And I don't know. On my test it says it's fine for streaming and everything. Kings moves up to 9th in the mediums. Hope. Oh, it just doesn't look. I just don't know. This is pain. Let me try this. Like every speed test I've done has said my Wi-Fi is doing pretty well. Better than average. Oh, and JG's retired. I believe that's in the pits though. He's happy with his time. Yeah. Hopefully, let me know if you're seeing anything weird in the chat or not. I've disconnected my laptop from the Wi-Fi, which I think has helped. Even though all my laptop was doing was checking if the stream was working. But it seemed like, oh, that was demanding so much. Dubz moves up into 5th. On the same row as his teammate. Oh, well, he's the row behind his teammate. Currently, Luco in the other Red Bull. Currently it's a Mercedes 1-2. Which surprisingly we don't see too often in the RPL tier, but now we're seeing it. Bradley and Billion 1 and 2 going into Q3 potentially. Everyone's out in the medium, so it really seems like the Sauce are not the tire to go for. Fentoon looks like he's doing an extra outlap. Axe is coming up to the final corner. He's just this corner before the final one, and he should be across the line in the mediums. See what he can do in the Aston Martin. Up to 13th. Definitely won't be good enough to make it out of Q2. Is Kings on another lap? I think Kings is just on another out lap potentially, or maybe on an in lap. Fentoon on an in lap. Halo's on a lap, and the Sauce. expecting to see is Axe across the line next for people who's on a lap. Budweiser's behind him, as well as Halo, so this might be Axe's last try. Don't know if he'll have enough time to get in the pits and out again. Don't think there is enough time left in the session, so this will be his last lap. We'll see, can he improve on his time? Keeps the lap valid and jumps up into 6th. Great lap from Axe. Halo in the McLaren on the softs, up into 4th. Big lap for Halo. Who was across the line next? Was it Craig? No, it was Budweiser. Budweiser on the mediums, sitting in 9th currently. Let's see, can he improve? Keeps the lap valid. Doesn't improve. Hammy started his lap on the softs, although his lap's already invalid. And it should be Bradley across the line next. Don't think he needs to do another lap, but he's currently on the mediums. And as Bradley comes across the line, don't know if he improves or not, but 10 I think does, moves up into 8th. Zampa across the line in the Alfa Romeo. Craig was fastest in the softs. Zampa only good as 13th. Halo doing his in lap, so should be Jet Adam starting a lap behind Axe in the in lap. Budweiser in lap. Bradley. It seems he's pushing. I don't know why he'd push these tires. I don't know why he'd do that. If the tire wear is so high, he probably would want to protect the tires, and I think he's safe at this point, so I don't know why he would. And Craig in behind him is probably with protecting these tires because he knows that how high the tire wear is. Oh, Bradley loses it! Oh! Oh, crunches into the wall. That's not what he needed. Zampa is on another lap, but I think he might be out of fuel. Jet Adam on a lap. Might be the only one left on a lap. Oh, goes wide. Keeps it valid still. Currently sitting in 12th. Could potentially get Kings out of the top 10. And he does. Moves up to 3rd with that lap time. Kings. Oh, and Bradley's got a... What? A 5-place grid penalty for blocking. They were going into the pits. 10 with impressive skills with the DRS there. Opening the slab over and over again. Well, I think that's us for Q2. Oh, Zampa does a bit of Lewis Hamilton. Going wide at the pit entry. And doesn't seem he's too happy with that lap. But he will get the fresh choice of tyres going into the race. But that was big at the end there. Jet Adam kicked out Kings, the championship leader, from the top 10. So Kings will start 11th. Bradley has a 5-place grid penalty for no reason, I believe. It says he was blocking Craig as they're both going in the pits. So Billion, Luco, Dubsy, Axe, 10, all on the mediums going into Q3. Craig, if you're in the chat, could you let us know before you do your outlap what happened with Bradley there? Because to me it seemed like both of you were just going into the pits. And Craig's the first to do an outlap, so that isn't great timing. But anyway, we'll follow along with Craig, who was at P1 from in Q2 there. Although it's hard to tell, do the people who've qualified in the mediums, have they do they have the right strategy in comparison to those on the softs? Bradley's getting a race ban, you know, that sounds likely, if I'm honest. Does sound like something that happened to Bradley. Like, why would you enter the pits that way? Even though I didn't see what happened. Like, why would you do that, Bradley? Anyway, we're on board with Craig as he's doing his outlap. And it'll be interesting to see, can anyone get close to the pace of Craig? A lot of medium runners in this session. So it'll be interesting to see what their pace is on the softs. Axe is head and hands. Don't know what happened to Axe. Maybe Axe was shocked by Bradley's decision as well. I don't know. But we'll go on board with Craig as he does his outlap here. And this year especially, the tyre wear really high around here, the dirty air very powerful, and it will be in the race. So I believe the soft runners will start to struggle a lot at the start of this race. Well, maybe not at the start, but a couple laps in, they will get probably the benefit lap 1, but from then on they will start to struggle. I looked on the time trial to see who was quickest around here, and I believe it was $10 out of the drivers today who was quickest around China on time trial. So we'll look out for him. Can see he put it on pole potentially, although he is in the Aston Martin, so it'll be a big ask. Craig seemed to get a lovely tow from the Aston in front there towards the end of his lap, so this might be a good one. It looked very smooth lap. It's a 1:32.9, which I believe is similar to his Q2 time. His $10 comes across the line. We'll see what he can come up with. A 1:32.6, that is the time to beat here in Q3. Back down to Jet Adam, he's invalid. He'll be going on another lap. Cross line next will be Billy and Penguin. And Billion with a 1:31.8 moves up into first by a massive margin. I believe that was Halo with a 1:33.3 across the line, and Bradley across the line next. In the Mercedes, we'll see what Bradley can do. Up into fourth with a 1:33.2. JG does a 1:33 dead. Luco across the line next, although it'll be Axe ahead of him. And then Luco. Axe into P2 with a 1:32.5. Luco holding his lap together at the end there. Only a 1:34.3. It'll be Jet across the line next. Dubsy still yet to do a lap. Oh, and Bradley's retired. Bradley's retired. Jet Adam across the line. Does a... Oh, Bradley's way off the track there. What happened with him? Thank you, JG, for slowing down to let me see that incident. JG, or Jet Adam, does a 1:33.2, and he's 1,000 off Bradley, who's just been eliminated from the session. Lost it very oddly. Now we've got Ritzy in the chat. Ritzy, who I believe last season won the RPL tier, so it's great to see Ritzy again. Shame that we can't see him racing though, but it's great to see him nonetheless. Frenzy is Axe on another lap. Don't believe so. And all the drivers are prepping for what maybe is their final run. Axe has accepted he can't get pole with Billion's time that is going to be hard to beat in the Mercedes with a 1:31.8. The Aston Martin's looking lively in this session. Billion will be next on an out lap with currently a massive lead, so he doesn't really need to improve by much. And currently his closest rival, Bradley, is out of the session, so the only thing Billion will need to worry about is if the Red Bulls can potentially catch up to him as he starts his out lap. Or, well, he's on his out lap, he started his actual lap. Push lap. And as Streamlabs have just brought up in the chat, we have RPL on Wednesdays at 10, and then the tiered racing is on the weekends at 10, Friday through Sunday. Tier 1 on Friday, Tier 2 Saturday, and Tier 3 on Sunday. So give us a follow and tune in at 10 on the respective days if you want to see more racing like this. Although it isn't, the tiered racing isn't this heavily in someone's favourite, with Billion this far in the lead on pole. Usually the packs are a bit closer in this. Ooh, Billion gets a bit of a rear end snap, keeps the lap together. And we'll see as Billion comes round the second to last corner. Can he improve this monster time he has so far? JG's retired, although I believe it's in the pits. He believes he can't improve by any more. Billion improves by 2/10, and he's almost a second quicker than Axe, who's sitting in second. 10 gets a bit of a snap as we go on board with him. Should be Dubsy, who's yet to set a lap. Should be across the line next. Give us an Axe on board hot lap. I will move down to Axe when I can. He's currently on his out lap, so we'll stay on board with the Red Bulls. See, can they put in a good time? Dubsy moves up in a second with a 1:32.4. Halo on his out lap. Luco across the line next. Luco with a 1:32 dead. Only about 3/10 off 4, I don't know math, off Billion. Axe still on his out lap, so we'll see as anyone across the line next. We will see 10 cross the line, and then we'll move up to Axe to see his onboard hot lap that Ritzy wants. And 10 jumps Axe with a 1:32.4, and as we're on board with Axe, oof, rear end stepping out, and the session is ended, so everyone coming across the line now will be their final lap. Jet Autumn jumps up into 6th. Across the line next will be Craig. Still on board with Axe though, as Ritzy is loving this. Craig up into 5th. Axe falls down another place. Halo across the line next, and then both Red Bulls as well. Although Halo pins into the pits, and Red Bull looks to be going slowly. Maybe Luco might get another lap. With both Red Bulls in the pits, and Axe has killed himself. Right. Okay. So 10 next across the line, although I believe he's on a in lap, and we're gonna inspect what happened to Axe. Can anyone guess what happened to Axe there? Anyone take a wild guess? Well, Ritzy, I think we need you back racing because we need you to teach Axe a lesson or two. But as we'll see, 10 peeling in the pits. Lovely braking, lovely, absolutely splendid. And that should be us for Q3. Billion on pole, Luco in 2nd, Dubsy in 3rd, 10 in 4th, Craig in 5th, Axe in 6th, Jet 7th, JG 8th. Bradley, after his crash, has been pushed down to 9th, and Halo is in 10th. I would say if you do decide to come back, just don't be tier 2, and that I'll be happy. Just as long as you're in tier 1, it should be fine. We'd welcome you back open arms, but if you choose to be tier 2, then I'll not be too happy. Anyway, I don't know why it's highlighted JG's name. Who knows? Why is it highlighted his name? Anyway. Well, Axe, I will let you know in just a second when we load into the session who's on mediums and softs. Well, what? Wait, what? 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 Can anyone explain what's happening? Why am I in JG's car? What? What? I can look around. What? 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 What's happening? I'm not racing, am I? I can't choose anything. I can't. What? What? Why am I in the car? What has happened? Oh no, what has happened? What? This is the weirdest glitch I've ever seen in my life. What the fuck? What? Oh no. Oh no. I'm going to retire in the pits immediately. We're missing all of the lap 1 action. Apologies. Yeah, I'm retiring in the pits. I'm gonna pull out of the way as early as possible. Am I at the back of the grid? I hope I am. At least I'm in a Ferrari. I like Ferrari. They're my favorite team. Yes, I'm at the back of the grid. Okay. I'm gonna stay back here and just watch everyone. This is the weirdest glitch I've ever seen. I don't even have the controller that I'm supposed to use for racing. This is just like another controller.
Let's concentrate on bringing tires and brakes up to temperature.
I'm gonna switch to my other controller to make sure I don't die lap 1, because I don't want to cause a safety car or anything. This is such an odd glitch. Has anyone seen this before? Hi Zampa. Zampa's my safety car. This is so this is really annoying though, because I'm missing all the lap 1 action. I want to catch this on stream, but I think now the reason why it highlighted JG is because JG's my teammate, because it's loaded me into a Ferrari. I will try and get into the pits as quickly as possible, but I will also avoid everyone. I don't want to overtake anyone. This is one of the most confusing glitches I've ever seen. Bullies up. I can't do that. I can't ruin anyone's race. I'm not gonna ruin anyone's race, because that would be entirely shitty of a commentator to come in lap 1 and just kill someone and then leave. I'll show you how quick my starts are. Oh, Ritzy's not happy. Well, Ritzy, if you want to race and take out Zampa, you can. I mean, Zampa won't be happy, and neither will anyone else, but, like, I'm not stopping you. Right, let's see how quick my starts can be. All I need to do is not spin. Have fun, Ritzy. You're missing my lightning starts here that I'm going to intentionally back out of because I don't want to overtake anyone. This is a weird glitch. Well, I'll try and commentate the start. Everyone's gotten away cleanly. So far, Bradley at the back. Bradley's fallen down the order for some reason. I don't know why he's in 16th. He was in 9th. But David's making up places, starting at the back. Zampa getting hounded. Oh, big contact! Oh my god, big contact! Big contact, Hammy's off, David's off, Zampa's off, JG's off, there's a VSC! This is the most weird commentating experience I've ever seen in my life. And I've gotten up into 13th by just not crashing into anyone. But there's an immediate VSC into turn 2, I believe. But there was a lot of cars off there.
Drop your speed. Our delta is
I'll
too
try
low.
not
You
get a
risk
drive
penalty.
through.
Slow your pace immediately.
That would be annoying. Because then I would not be able to retire, I don't think. JG's left the session, not happy with his start. Please VSC stay out a bit longer
VSC
so I can
ending,
go into the
we're
pit
going green.
safety.
Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Okay, we can take you this lap.
Alright, retire from session. Right, let's see. Right, now we can go back on the to the actual racing after one of the weirdest starts ever. Luco following Billy in closely. Oh, I believe that's Jet Adam hounding 10 in the sauce. There's a yellow and it is my car leaving the garage. Apologies for that, everyone. I can't do anything about that. I retired as early as I could. So far the Delta's messed up, but... And 10 looking for a move on Dubsy. Up the inside. Which becomes the outside of the next corner. And 10 has kept it. Jet has got through as well. Jet looking for a move on 10. Moves alongside him. And will get through. I wonder, will they switch? Yeah. Then they switch camera angle. A long camera angle looking backwards. But so far, Billion almost a second lead. Luco keeping him in distance. And we'll go on board with Halo, and we can see Kings is up to 6th after his start. He started on the hards, who he famously doesn't like the hards, so it's odd to see him in them. Fantoon close up behind his Alpine teammate Budweiser, and Zampa pressuring Hammy as well. And Zampa, oh, with the dirty air washing out wide. And Craig and 10 side by side. Craig keeping it though on the inside. 10 losing out to the soft runners currently. But as their tyres start to fall off, they will find a way back into this race. We'll move down to Fantoon, who's still close up behind Budweiser. Can he close up to make a move? Bradley's fallen down to 10th. He might have been the one at the start that had the roughest start, because he was starting in 9th. But Fantoon, as he comes onto this straight, oh, the dirty air not helping him turn the car, but he will have DRS. As he's following Bud along, Halo up beside Payox, too far back to go for a move, but Halo's on the much better tyre, at least for now. Oh, why Bradley had the grid penalty, I forgot about that. Bradley was supposed to start 9th and then got a random grid penalty because who knows why. Jet Adam already in off the sauce. I'll double check, he doesn't have any wing damage. He doesn't. He's just coming off the softs that early, that's how bad the tyre wears for the sauce. So that you can put lap 4 on them. Fantoon still close up behind. Craig starting to get hounded by 10 here. 10. The mediums are starting to work for him. So Bradley's up to 9th now. He's actually had a good start then, because he started 14th. And Fantoon following Bud along still. And 10 looks very close behind Craig, coming around this section and should get him done. Should get the move done comfortably with the DRS. Craig moving over to avoid the slipstream, but it's too powerful for 10, and 10 will get through. We'll move down as Budweiser now closed up to Halo. Fantoon still following along. Dubsy and Zampa. Zampa doesn't have the DRS, Dubsy does. But Zampa using the slipstream to try to get back past again. Craig, Halo and Bradley all in off the softs. Zampa going out for another lap on them. Move back up to Fantoon, who is still pressurizing the other Alpine, as my TV randomly turned off. Why has it done that? Hello Elite Racing, how's it going? My TV is back. That was random. I don't know why I did that. As Halo's exited the pits, Axe now up behind him. Oof! Axe had to get hard on the brakes there to avoid contact. And as Axe is following Halo. Oh, Halo almost loses it. He's lost the back end, which is allowed Axe through, but he did lose the position. Well, Elite Racing, you missed the start there where I randomly was given a car. As you can see, I've retired in 16th there. I was randomly given a car, so I had to avoid everyone for lap 1. Bradley gets through in Zampa as Fantoon still up behind Bud. Fantoon's pace looking mighty today. As we'll move back down, we'll check the position changes. Fantoon up 7 positions, Hamy's up 8 in the Haas. And Bud and Kings both up 6. But yeah, there was a random glitch where it just threw me in a car randomly. Oh, and there's Axe is off, Axe in the wall, front wing damage. And Axe has got a random 3 second for no apparent reason. And he's got another 3 second, which I hope both are removed after the race. Because my race was fine. I overtook like 4 cars at the start because there was a big collision exiting turn 2. Jet Adam gets past Hamy. Hamy doing his best he can in that Haas, but the AlphaTauri just more powerful. Fantoon still following along. Who's that off? Is that Zampa? It was. Zampa doesn't look to have any damage, he's just spun. Fantoon made a little error which has allowed Budweiser to escape him finally. He's been hounding him all race. And as we follow along, King's now up to 4th. It's been a brilliant start for Kings on the hards. Race is going pretty much perfectly for him. He'll be doing probably a hard medium or hard soft. I don't imagine he's going on the softs because they don't last many laps around here. Unless he's really going to extend the hards. Oh, and Axe is... oh, he's retired in the pits. Axe has called it a day. I believed he might have lost it, but it seemed like he was struggling. He might have had side pod damage because it just didn't seem like it was going too well from there that race. Craig now closing up to Hamy. Hamy trying to get out of the slipstream, but it's just too powerful along this back straight. Yeah, Billion in the Merc looking very strong in this race. Luco in the Red Bull also looking pacey. Craig gets past Hamy comfortably. Not a lot Hamy can do in the Haas. I did some practice laps in the Haas to see how it coped around here, and it is very understeery. Not a great car to drive. I feel for Mick and Nikita, because anyone would struggle in that car. There's another yellow, and it is... is it Zampa? Yeah, it's Zampa. He's lost the car again. Oh! And the front wing's gone. Fail for Zampa. Yeah, in this realistic performance tier, the Haas is not fun to drive. King's slowly making his way up to 10. The gap seems to be maintained so far. Zampa's got a speed in the pit lane penalty. Very unfortunate start for Zampa. Hopefully he can get back into this race. He's mentioned to me how he's not a fan of the Alfa Romeo and unfortunately got stuck with the Alfa Romeo again. And as you can see, the Alfa Romeos are back at the pack, so maybe the Alfa Romeos are secretly the worst car on the grid, maybe. I still believe it's the Haas, but so far the Alfa Romeos have just not been coping how they should be. The Williams is definitely better in the game, at least, and in real life. At least it should be. Because in real life, Williams can consistently make it into Q2 and sometimes even Q3, whereas Haas, there's no possibility of it even making Q2. Never mind Q3. So it would be quite idiotic to have the Haas anywhere near the Williams. Dubsy in the Red Bull, now closing up to the Haas of Savage Hamilton. We'll see how close Dubsy can get with the help of DRS. Hamilton moved over early to avoid giving Dubsy the benefit of the DRS plus the slipstream. Oh, and Hamilton almost loses the rear end. Struggling as anyone would in the Haas, and Dubsy will now get a run on him with the DRS, and there's not a lot Hamilton can do to defend. Just has to let him through at this point. Red Bull being probably the best car on the grid in this game, as I believe the Mercedes performance is slightly worse, at least with the most recent update. We'll move up to Kings, who's almost cut that gap underneath a second, almost within DRS of 10. Had a great start to this race and he's enjoying the hards. I don't know if he'd like to say it, but so far it's going well for him this race. Still unable to close within DRS, but 10 pins in the pits along with Luco. So it seems that's how long the mediums can go. They're both on a medium hard strategy, it seems. 12 laps and Billion in front, still in the lead on the mediums, so he'll probably be in next lap to avoid the power of the undercut. Ventune on the hards. Luco exits the pits behind Jet Adam. And we'll see, can Luco close up to the sister car of the AlphaTauri? Oh, and there's a yellow flag. Is that David or Zampa? It's Zampa. Zampa really struggling this race. We'll see if Luco can shape up a move on Jet Adam. Oof. Craig also within DRS range. Yep, the McLaren will have straight line speed to catch, and you can see Craig's already cutting a chunk of time out of Luco as Bud's come in for his stop, and we'll have a quick look at the tyres to see what everyone's going on to. Budweiser's in for his stop. Billion might come in for his stop soon, unless he wants to. I don't know why he'd want to stretch the mediums at this point, because he needs to switch tyre compound, and the softs don't last long enough around here. So I don't really know what the plan is for Billion. King's definitely looking to stretch the hards. At least another couple laps. We'll quickly move down to Bradley. See, can he get a move on Hammy? Bradley on the better tyre, and Hammy in the Haas, and Luco has got past Jet Adam. I think Luco, after he got past there, was trying to warm his tyres. Was his tyres not enough temperature? I don't know. Oh, in the dirty air, Jet Adam goes wide, and that allows Craig to close up. And is that... It's Zampa again, spun out of turn 1. Move back down to Craig. Unable to get a move. But Luco goes wide, and that allows Jet Adam to close up. And maybe this next DRS straight, Jet Adam could get a move done. Jet Adam moves over, and we'll go back aboard Luco on the inside. Both leaving the space while Jet keeping it side by side. Luco looks to have kept the position. Jet on the inside. Can he get the traction with the medium tyres? Oh, Luco. A very close battle here between the Red Bull and the AlphaTauri. Budweiser's just watching along. Luco doesn't get the best exit there, and Jet's going to look for a switch. But Luco had his car parked, so Jet couldn't get the right run on him. But Jet will get a run on him now with DRS. And we'll see, can he get a move? We'll move back on board with Bud. See if Bud goes for a move. As I believe that was Jet Adam peeling into the pits. He was tired of that battle. And we'll see, can Craig close up to Luco. Jet's gone on mediums to the end. Zampa trying to avoid all the lap cars come through. Hammy trying to get past Jet Adam, who's just exited the pits. Yellow now closing up to Bud. Oh, and Zampa's in the wall. It's not going the best for Zampa. His tyres are just too hot at this point. Not a lot he can do. Bud now within DRS of Bradley. And Kings is now on the mediums, which is the better tyre than the hards, and he'll be going to the end on these tyres. And he's now up behind 10 on 3 lap old hards, and we'll see can he work a move on 10. Could send it into the hairpin here. Does go for it. Leaves the space. 10 keeps it. Still has better traction. He'll probably look to size the move up with the back on the back straight with the benefit of DRS potentially. And after he clears 10, he'll have Craig, Luco and Billion to catch still, who may all be going to the end. I don't know if Craig will be. Might be a stretch for Craig. But Kings gets past 10 comfortably, doing the reverse strategy that's so far going well for him. And Billion sets the fastest lap on the hards, and we'll see can Kings beat that time. He does with a 1:35.8, so he'll be looking to catch the drivers in front. Bud still following along Bradley. Halo also following this pack along. Fantoon unfortunately dropped back a bit. Jet Adam trying to pressure Fantoon. And Kings has already caught up to Craig. Craig on these 10 lap old mediums. Ooh, Kings almost loses the car. He's kept it, but he will definitely have lost time to Craig and also 10, who will keep looking to pressure Kings. That slip probably means Kings can't go for a move on this straight. Oh, is that Halo off? It's Halo. Halo's lost the car. As Jet Adam going for a move on Fantoon. Gets it. Kings past Craig in. Probably for the mediums. Maybe he's doing a 2-stop. If he started on the softs. Budweiser on Bradley. DRS engaged in the slipstream. Switches to the inside. Horrible camera work there, but Bud still looking to make the move. Bradley keeps it ahead. Can Bud get a move into the hairpin potentially? Thinks better of the sand. Halo and Hami in for new tyres. And Kings is now closing up to Luco up front. So Kings could still be on for the win here if he can close enough. Budweiser with the help of DRS on Bradley again, but can he make the move is the question. He might still be too far back to make the move here, but may get it on the the pit straight. Kings goes for the fastest lap again. Bud sent it into the back of Bradley. Doesn't have any damage by the looks of it, but he didn't get on the brakes like he needed to. Bradley's in for his final stop. Fantoon and Craig battling. Craig with the DRS. Budweiser's in, which makes me believe he did get damaged from that incident. Oh, Fantoon, contact with Craig. Craig up into 7th. And Kings has maintained this 2.7 gap behind Luco. Let's see if we can close up, although he doesn't have the benefit of the Red Bull and the Mercedes like Bellion and Luco have. Although, saying that, he's now almost within 2 seconds of Luco. So he's still catching. The mediums are still strong at this point. Maybe towards the last 3 laps I would expect the mediums to start to fall off. But Kings is very good at managing the tyres. So we will see. We'll move back down the order to Halo, who's up behind Bud. Oh, Halo almost loses it. Holds it together. Almost spun like he did on previous laps, but held it. That's a very tough corner of this game. The tyres love to just give up their grip. Craig now closing up to Jet Adam in the McLaren. Jet Adam all over the place with the rear end. This AlphaTauri struggling, and Craig might be able to get a move onto the straight. Jet lets him through, which might have been a cunning strategy to get the DRS. We will see. Does he have it? Oh, and Fantoon's off. Fantoon's off on the straight. Move back up with Jet Adam. I don't know if he got DRS there or not. Had to move down to see Fantoon. But even if Jet Adam did have DRS, he hasn't got past him here. But he might get a second bite of the cherry going into turn 1. Craig has kept it. And on the fresher mediums, it's going to be tough to overtake that McLaren of Craig. Kings almost within inside a second of Luco. Although currently he will have Luco on penalties, but he'll want to overtake him to see if he can catch Bellion, who is in the lead by quite some margin currently. And the rear end of Jet Adam stepping out again. As Kings now, oh well, he was momentarily within the DRS. Let's see if he keeps it. As Jet Adam is falling outside of the DRS, following Craig. Does Kings have it? He does. So he'll start to close up to Luco and potentially go for a move. And then the only one ahead of him is Billion, although Billion's in the Merc, so it'll be tough to catch for Kings in the AlphaTauri. Oh, and Dubsy's off. Dubsy's lost it out of turn 1. He's kept it going though. I don't think he lost any positions. He may have lost 1, maybe, with 10. Couldn't tell if he was 4th or 5th there. But Jet, despite struggling in the dirty air, is starting to catch Craig. I think Jet's just trying to maximise his exit out of there, and he just keeps getting too happy underneath the throttle. Kings looks to make a move on Luco. Luco goes wide, and we'll see if Kings can use the benefit of the DRS to get by Luco. Could look to send it potentially. Luco leaving the space. We'll see, can Kings get the move on Luco? Will he send it at the hairpin? Decides not to. As Jet right up behind Craig as well. We'll try and keep an eye on both these battles. There's another yellow of Fantoon, who spun on the main straight. Really struggling now, it seems, for Fantoon. Once the tyres get hot, they're hard to cool down. Kings is going to want to get the move done swiftly on Luco, so he can potentially try and catch Billion before his tyres fall off. Will he send it? Looks to get the traction out of the second to last corner. Goes for the switch, Luco. Doesn't get the best exit out of there. Back end slips. Gets past. Is that Fantoon off again? It is. Fantoon needs to let the tyres cool down as Kings passed Luco on the straight there. Jet still close behind Craig. We'll see, can Jet make a move on Craig? Might be too far back to send it into turn 1. But can he get a good exit? Oh! Yep, the latency isn't the best. It kind of looked like Jet was losing the rear end there, but I don't think he was. That was just the latency saying that. Oh, and Budweiser's lost it this time. Budweiser. Oh, he's spun again. Oh, and he's lost the front wing. He's very unhappy. Fantoon's in. Budweiser gutted with his race. Was battling with Jet Adam and lost it out of the final corner, it seems. Oh, look who sends it into Payox. That might be front wing damage. That was a big impact. Luco keeps going. I don't think he's front wing damage in that case, but that was a big send. Caught onto Payox's rear tyre. Kings lost it! Kings has lost it! Oh no, Kings has spun! And 10's looking through on Kings now. 10 looking to get the move on Kings after Kings lost it out of turn 1, got on the curb. And Fantoon's off again. Just pushing too heavy it seems. Jet Adam again looking for a move on Craig. And 10 looking for a move on Kings, who seems to have recovered from his spin. But I'm unsure about the penalties. Will Kings catch Luco? We will see at the end of this race. As Jet still trying to catch, and Fantoon's gone again. Can 10 make a dent in Kings? Although 10 does have a penalty as well, so Jet Adam doesn't get the best exit out of that corner there, so probably won't catch Craig on that straight. We'll see if 10 can make any ground on Kings. And Jet now up behind Craig. Will he look for the move? Oh! Contact with the rear end of Craig. But hasn't lost any wing, I don't believe. 10 still following Kings along. Kings definitely recovered from that spin. Managed the tyres well. And he's closing up to Luco again, but I'm unsure if Luco has 3 or 6 or how many pounds, but we will see at the end of the race. We'll leave it a mystery for now. 10 fallen outside of the DRS range from Kings, so the only battle on track currently is Jet Adam and Craig. Jet, who's been following along for many laps. Still within DRS, but not close enough to make a move. Fantoon sets the fastest lap in the Alpine. He'll be happy with that. As Jet still too far behind to catch Craig. Doesn't seem he can do anything to catch. He's been on the older tyres, so it's been tough for him to close. And now he's racing with a lap car, which isn't great. Budweiser probably pushing for the fastest lap. Jet still following Craig. We'll see, does he get the DRS? As he skates around that corner. He doesn't get DRS, oh he does, never mind, he just opened it late. As Budweiser goes wide, going for the fastest lap there, trying to unlap himself. Budweiser does set the fastest lap with a 140 or 134.7. and gets out of the way of this battle finally after getting his fastest lap. That has gone on to the last lap. Jet still following Craig along. It's hard for Jet to get a move, especially with Craig in the McLaren that has great engine power. So anytime he gets... Oh, and Fantoon's retired! Oh no! Pretty much right on board with this battle. We'll see Fantoon on the right. And Zampa's retired on the main straight as well. Fantoon spun there. Zampa's spun out of the final corner. I hope they'll still classify, as it is the last lap, and Billion finishes in first, Luco in second, Kings in third, 10 in fourth. Jobsy, 24 laps on these hards, in fifth, 25 laps, that is. Craig keeps it past Jet. But a great race from Billion, very comfortable for him. It's a win for Billion in the Mercedes. Kings finishes in third, unable to close to Luco after those pens, or even with those pens. Bradley coming across the line next in 8th. But unlucky for Fantoon and Zampa, who lost it on the final lap there. Hammy across the line next, and he'll be followed by David to round out the grid. But it's a great win for Billion here in China, round 9 of the RPL tier. And we will see Kings gets driver of the day, so starting from 11th, it's been a great drive from Kings. We'll try and get the top 3 in the party. Billion is your winner, Luco in second, and Kings in third. Kings doing a Pierre Gasly-like drive to get up into third. Almost lost the podium, spinning out of turn 1, got on the curb, but kept the car in front of 10. And we'll try and get all these drivers into the party now. And we'll go quickly through the incidents. And don't think there's anything too chaotic other than lap 1, which I sort of saw and missed at the same time due to the glitch that happened. But did you see what happened? But I did see it happen, but I don't know what caused what. I just seen that everyone was off randomly. Just seen cars going into each other and going sideways. But we will start with Kings, who's the driver of the day, and got P3. How'd that race go for you, Kings?
And after this, it's qualifying, you know. Bang. I had better pace than I thought I would on the hard, so I knew from there that I could get a podium after the first 2 laps.
Yep. It was a great drive, and then unlucky in Q2 to just eliminate at the end, but a great drive from P11 to get up to P3, which is one you drive the day, as well as obviously getting a podium. And I don't believe Luco's joined us here, so Billion, as you come in, make sure to tick the box for the stream. And we'll ask Billion, how did the race go for you with a win with RPL?
It was quite a nice race. I didn't have any battles the entire race, so that made it a bit boring. But I mean, qualifying, I'd done a lot better than I thought I was going to do. I'm not very good at China, so expecting to be mid-pack, but the Merc saved me so much.
Yeah, the Merc made it really look comfortable in qualifying. After the race, it didn't seem like anyone bothered you the entire race. I thought Kings toward the end was going to close up on the mediums, but unfortunately spun out of turn 1, which didn't allow him to do that. So
yeah, I was
wasn't
watching
very
him behind me, and I saw the time go down and down, and then, I mean, lucky for me anyway, he spun out turn 1, but he was on for a good battle.
Yeah.
If it kept him.
Kings still got a good result nonetheless, but a great win for you here in round 9 with the RPL tier. I believe it's your first win in the RPL tier,
Yeah, that's right.
if
First
I'm not
one.
mistaken. So fantastic drive. But that's all here with us here at SSR. That's been round 9 in China with the RPL tier. Thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you on Friday for tier 1.